I'm Dr. Georgie Nutton, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Bachelor of Education Early Childhood Teaching. This is an exciting course that will enable you to work with children from birth to age 12 and of course increase your flexibility and career options, being able to move between the early childhood sector and schooling sector. Now, I've met some of you already, and I'm looking forward to talking with all of you sometime over the next few semesters. So I've got some notes here just to make sure I stay on track and tell you all of the things, the useful things that you might need to know coming into the course. My qualifications and research are in early childhood development, preschool and special education, primary education, and particularly in remote and disadvantaged contexts. I've also been a classroom practitioner, program and policy advisor and manager with the Northern Territory Department of Education, and also with Menzies School of Health Research. I've had the great pleasure of also working with secondary students in the Asylum Seeker program, and now here I am in higher ed, looking forward to working with you. So the fundamental principles for me in all of these contexts, no matter who I'm working with, is to be able to enable and influence people and systems so that everyone is empowered and engaged for a civic society, and so to become the very best version of themselves that they can be. So that means supporting you throughout your studies. Members of the early childhood movement and make these changes in the world for yourself. To help you along the way, CDU has a team of academic and professional staff who will assist you in progression and maximising your success in studies, including study patterns, academic writing, library skills, professional placements, all of the things that you need to navigate in order to progress well. As your course coordinator, I can assist you with study plans, recognition of prior learning, progression matters, or interruptions to your study that often we don't plan but just happen because of life. And if needs be, I can also point you in the right direction when you're not sure who to contact. Our course includes students from a wide variety of life and career stages and experiences. For many, commencing higher education study can be a bit overwhelming as you socialise into university life and the culture of higher ed learning. Also developing foundational knowledge, honing your inquiry and academic skills, especially in the online environment. So to help you with that, this welcome message brings you 3 tips just to get you started. So tip number 1, stay calm and make a plan. CDU course catalogue online provides a couple of study plans which are designed to make your study more enjoyable, successful and much more effective by building up your skills over time, including critical reflection. So try to follow the study plan as best you can. If you've received credit for previous study or would like to grow your balance it can be a little bit tricky to navigate the offerings of units and still keep things in sequence for your success. Reaching out that way, you're less likely to be disadvantaged in terms of a timely and successful completion. So if you've not enrolled for units in the coming semester, then you need to do this in the My Enrolment tab, which is off the main CDU webpage. Once your enrolment is processed, your units will appear in a list in LearnLine. You access this by using your usual password and username for your CDU access. I recommend spending a fair bit of time just navigating around LearnLine to become more familiar with that space and the study space It will be a lifeline if you spend a bit of time getting to know that space. There are many resources and points of communication available to you through LearnLine. In particular, each unit has a unit information tab and an assessment tab on the left-hand menu. These are going to be pretty important for you. Not to mention also email contacts for your lecturers in each unit. Diarising assessment tasks and allocating time for weekly readings and learning activities is a great way to enhance your study experience and maybe even get to enjoy it. At least I hope so. In the Education Central space, there is a tab for early childhood pre-service teachers. So anyone enrolled in the BEDEC will be able to access information that's relevant to all students in our course. Check it regularly. We advertise all kinds of things there, opportunities for international placements, volunteer activities overseas, all kinds of stuff, so keep an eye out there. Tip number 2, stay calm, have a plan, and seek advice or support early when difficulties start to arise. Your unit lecturers are the first point of contact for anything related to your unit activities. Your course coordinator, that's me at the moment, is the next point of contact if you have questions about your study plan or making progress in your course, particularly when those little live events happen. In the LearnLine space, we see a number of tabs. We're going to take a quick look at the Library, Student Central and the For Students tabs. The library provides academic support services, and we even have our own dedicated education librarian. The next tab, Student Central, you can contact Equity Services and make an appointment if there are personal challenges facing you. CDU may be able to help support you in your studies, and if you do have a learning access plan to accommodate any challenges, please familiarise yourself with the expectations for timely submission of assessment tasks, and please notify your lecturers that you have a learning access plan. Remember, with any of these kinds of things, it's still your responsibility to let the lecturers know. The For Students tab has links to Studiosity. This is a new program that's designed to provide assignment help, particularly out of hours. And you can also access LearnLine technical support here, and if you should need, advocacy officer contacts are also there. An important site for all education students is the in-school site. This is where all practicum information is available, so read the guidelines and look at the calendar, especially if you know you've got a crack unit coming up in the next semester. Alright, finally, tip number 3. Stay in touch with unit activities, fellow students and lecturers. So each unit that you take will have its own dedicated LearnLine site, accessible through the top menu bar on the LearnLine tab. Announcements from lecturers are usually sent as emails directly to you, so it's important to make sure your address and your contact details are well up to date and as you'd like them in your student info. Absolutely essential is the unit information. Don't just download it, make sure you read it as well, and it helps you plan ahead and track your progress against the unit requirements. Also, your assignment information. Now, often this is part of the unit information. Some units you'll find assignment information sits separate in PDFs off that left-hand menu bar, and it's important that you check that. Check it for days, check it for requirements, getting nice and early. If there's anything that's not clear, you check it with your unit lecturer. Look for life-saving or at least headache-saving information in our mini lectures on maximising your success. That will provide you with more information about plagiarism and late penalties. Let's hope you don't have any of those. Now, learning materials are usually organised by modules of learning that help you chunk your study required for each topic. Discussion board is where the learning activities and group exchanges happen in your own time, so it's a place to have conversations, asynchronous, out of time with other students, but it's a great way to learn from and with each other. Live classrooms are a space for group learning and are usually facilitated by the lecturer. So if you can't do face-to-face and you can't make live classrooms, you do not need to worry. They're by and large recorded and stored in the landline site in your audio time. So you definitely won't miss out. So remember, stay calm, stay organised and stay in touch. We take your learning seriously and we want you to have serious fun learning. Okay, see you around the track.